Adult bedtime story. The Sleep Thief, an unsettling tale of lost dreams and bravery. They say a spirit roams the night, one with delicate fingers and a hunger for rest that doesn't belong to her. A creature of shadow and scent, she drifts through village windows, collecting stolen slumber and sipping on forgotten dreams. They call her the Sleep Thief. Tonight, we will tell her story. Not to fear her, but to understand her. Because sometimes, the monsters we imagine are simply misunderstood messengers. And sometimes, they fall in love. Welcome back, gentle scholar. You are invited to delve into a captivating bedtime story about the Sleep Thief, a mischievous spirit whispered about in the soft hush of moonlit nights. This enchanting tale will transport you to a world of fantasy and wonder, where weary hearts find release and tired minds drift gently toward dreams. With each word, let yourself sink deeper into the covers, your breathing softening, your muscles letting go. Tonight, we surrender to story time for grown-ups who've carried the heavy day on their shoulders. A reminder that even grown-ups deserve a gentle landing at the end of each day. So dim the lights, take a deep breath, and let the warmth of this gentle narration carry you away. Chapter 1. How it all started. In a quiet valley, beyond the reach of city lights, lies a village wrapped in worry, where nights used to be filled with peaceful slumber. But recently, the people had begun to toss and turn. Whispers filled the air. The dreaded Sleep Thief had returned. They say she comes when the mind is full, when the heart forgets how to rest. Her presence is felt in the flicker of an unsettled candle, the tense chilliness of a midnight breeze that wasn't there before, the dreams that turn black and flee before dawn. And tonight, we will visit that village. We will walk among its sleepless souls and follow the steps of one brave heart who dared to uncover the truth. Chapter 2. Who will bell the cat? Sleep had abandoned the village like a lover who left without a note. Fathers who once rose before the sun now sat on porches through the night, staring at nothing. Mothers drifted through chores in a daze, forgetting the spices in the stew. Even the children stopped dreaming and played less. This worried their parents even more. With sleep gone, everything ached. Arguments became more frequent. Smiles faded. The villagers whispered in the dark about a thief who visited only when the moon was at its highest. They began to believe the sleep thief was punishing them. But for what? No one could say. They lit herbs, chanted old lullabies passed down from their mothers before their mothers, hung dream catchers by their doors. Alas, nothing worked. Until one evening, a young farmer decided to take matters into his own hands. He couldn't bear the loss of laughter in day and peaceful rest at night anymore. Afraid but determined, he stood up in his dingy room and decided to bell the cat. Chapter 3: Journey to the Forest of Forgotten Dreams. He was lean and strong, with soil-stained hands and a thoughtful gaze. His name was Dari. Known more for his silent strength than words, Dari had always loved the quiet hum of night. But even he had begun to feel frayed at the edges. With a lantern in hand and the scent of lavender oil dabbed on his neck, a gift from his mother, he bade farewell to his tearful villagers and set out into the forest. They said the sleep thief lived in a house made of mist, at the edge of the forgotten stream where dreams flowed like water. In the past, many brave men and women have gone to fight the sleep thief, but not one returned. They were all washed away by the forgotten stream, and in 3 moons, no one could remember their names. The journey was arduous. He faced memories he thought he'd buried. The grief of losing his father. The fear of never being enough. The guilt of not making enough time to relax and groom himself. And the worry of to be or not to be. But the forest listened to his heart. It whispered answers in the rustle of leaves and the sigh of night creatures. Dari walked with steady steps, not to fight the sleep thief, but to understand her. And when he reached the stream, the mist parted, slowly, as if uncertain about letting him through. The moonlight above shimmered on the surface of the water, casting silver ripples that danced like ghostly fingers, beckoning him closer. Dari paused, his breath catching in his throat. The air smelled like jasmine and something older, something ancient. Trees bowed gently as if recognizing his arrival. Not just because he was there, but they could smell his fears, courage, and determination to meet the dreaded sleep thief. A wind rose, not harsh, but purposeful, and swirled around him, lifting his cloak and brushing his legs like a whisper from another world. The forest held its breath. Then, as if guided by unseen hands, the mist curled away in spirals, revealing the stream's edge and a clearing bathed in pale light. Dari stepped forward, his heart pounding with fear, with the ominous, strange, aching anticipation of a destiny long foretold and finally unfolding beneath his feet. Yet, he took a step forward. Chapter 4: The Confrontation and Romantic Whisperings. A few steps into the forgotten stream, there she stood, the sleep thief. Not a monster, but a woman. Ethereal, yet achingly real. Her skin glowed like moonlight warmed by touch. Soft and smooth as if sculpted from dreams. Her figure curved like poetry written in candlelight. Slender waist, graceful shoulders, and hips that swayed like wind-tossed branches. Her hair tumbled like dark waterfalls down her back, the color of midnight just before dawn. Her eyes shimmered like dew kissed with starlight, fierce but full of secrets, powerful but nestled in soft dreamy shell. Her presence stirred something deep in Dari, something between awe and desire. And when she spoke, her voice slipped over him like silk across bare skin. Sensual, haunting, irresistible. "You came," she said, surprised. "I needed answers," Dari replied. They studied each other for a moment longer than necessary. She circled him slowly, drawn to the scent of lavender and earth. Her fingers trailed along his arm, feeling the tension. "You smell like comfort," she murmured. "And exhaustion. Do you want a drink of tea?" Over the nights that followed, Dari remained in her misty haven, wrapped in a dream that blurred the edges of time. She fed him berries that tasted like forgotten nostalgic lullabies. Soft, sweet, and soaked in memory. By candlelight, she spoke in languages older than the moon. Her voice, a caress that made his skin tingle with every syllable. One night, they lay side by side on warm moss-soft earth. their limbs brushing in quiet rhythms. Sometimes her fingertips would linger on his chest, tracing invisible patterns over the steady drum of his heart. Other times, she would rest her head on his shoulder, exhaling warm air across his chest, sending gentle shivers down his spine. He would close his eyes just to feel her breath, the way her thigh pressed lightly against his, the slow dance of her fingers through his hair, the husky softness of her voice when she whispered his name. He opened his eyes and stared into the most beautiful eyes he has ever seen. Their eyes locked in a gaze so passionate that no words were needed as he wrapped his arm around her, pressing her closer to his bare chest. He kissed her. It started off very lightly, lingered for what seemed like forever. A warm breeze lifted them off the ground as the kiss slipped down her neck. At that moment, nothing else mattered to them. Not even Dari's quest. In an intense passion, their bodies and soul mixed in a balanced harmony. Dari explored the sleep thief. The sleep thief let him in. Each drawing energy from the other as they climbed to the peak of the mountains. Then, they collapsed into a harmonious balance as they settled down on the warm moss ground again. And in those moments, he forgot the village, the quest, even himself. There was only her, and the night, and the slow surrender of two souls tangled between calming sleep and desire. He slept for 2 nights straight and woke only to the scent of lavender, his mother's gift around his neck. The sleep thief still lay beside him as if she never left, but in her hand was a warm cup tea made from wild berries and leaves. It seems to have magically appeared. "Drink this," she whispered, her eyes still as dreamy as it was the first time he met her. Lavender, mother, his worried village. Oh no. "Why do you steal sleep and dreams?" he blurted out. The determination slowly crept back in his eyes as he sipped the warm tea. There was a pause. The birds chirped. "Because humans whisper their worries in bed," she said. Their beds become shrines of stress made of broken goals, desire for bigger harvest, love that never happened, heartbreaks, Their worries chase away their sleep. And I feed on their lost sleep and dreams." She looked away, seemingly ashamed. "That's why this place is so dreamy," she concluded. "If humans would sleep well, their lives would be dreamy too." Dari was stunned into silence. His tea grew cold, hung midway to his mouth. All this while, they thought it was the sleep thief that made them lose their sleep. "Drink up," she said, brushing his hair back. "You came looking for peace, not war. That's rare. And that is why you have survived." Chapter 5. The Next 3 Moons. She told him the villagers didn't need potions or spells. They needed rituals. A warm lamp, a familiar scent, pajamas that whisper comfort. Anything that could whisper to their minds, "It's safe now. You can let go. Sleep." The sleep thief agreed to return the stolen dreams, but on one condition: that the villagers treat sleep as sacred again and not invite her for the next 3 moons. With that proclamation, the stars above seemed dimmer, as the heavens themselves prepared a farewell. The beautiful sleep thief stood by the misty bank of the forgotten stream, where their dreams once merged like whispered secrets in the night. Her body was wrapped in soft silver shawl of night mist. Her gaze, tender, achingly met his. Dari stepped forward, arms trembling as he held her tight, burying his face in the fragrant hollow of her neck, where sleep once lingered like jasmine in summer. Neither spoke at first. Only the hush of the stream and the rustle of leaves bore witness to their goodbye. She placed her hand gently on his chest, over his heart, as though trying to memorize its rhythm. He whispered her name like a prayer. Her fingers traced his cheek, then his lips. "My Dari," she murmured, her voice catchy like a sigh. "You must promise me never to return here." His body tensed. "Why?" "Because the more you long for me, the more sleep we'll lose. I'll steal it, even from you. And that I will not bear." He shook his head, a tear catching in the corner of his eye. "I would give up sleep for a lifetime just to be in your arms one more night." She smiled sadly. "That won't do us any good, would it? Tonight must be our last." "After 3 moons, if the villagers do not invite me, I must move to a world yonder across the hills." Their final embrace was long, warm, soaked in longing. When she slipped away from his arms, it was as if the warmth of the stars vanished with her. Dari reached out, but all that remained was the scent of dreams and a shimmer in the air. And just like that, the sleep thief was gone. When Dari returned home, he brought the message with him. His village carried him shoulder high in celebration. And soon, soft lights began to glow in bedroom windows at night. Mothers rubbed lavender oil on their children's feet. Fathers played soft music before bed. Couples shared warm hugs beneath warm blankets. Some of the hugs were intense too. For 3 moons, the sleep thief visited but could no longer find worries and fear to feed on. She hummed lullabies in the wind as her beauty faded. Her last visit was to blow a kiss to Dari, the human that had the courage to love her in search of peace. She also wiped her memory from his mind. Two days later, while out in the rice field, Dari met and fell in love with a young, beautiful lass from the next village. Sometimes, he feels he had met her before but can't remember where. The final chapter. And now, dear listener, as your body relaxes beneath your covers, let the story linger in your mind like a gentle fog. Maybe, like the villagers, you too can reclaim your peace. Let your bedroom become your place of sleep rituals. Your scent, your light, your silence, your peace. Drop the worries of the world outside your bedroom door. Work and play, but sleep and dream. You have done enough for one day. Everything is going to be all right. But for now, sleep.